Hey guys, it's Benang. Today I want to talk about how to come back from a really bad spot. So, what? Oh, this? What? Can't a man suit up for his viewers? Oh, don't worry. I just came back from a job interview and I thought, well, since I'm dressed up nicely, why don't I make a video while being dressed up nicely, right? But don't worry, below the waist I am still naked. So, where were we? Yeah, I wanted to talk about how to come back from a bad spot. And today I want to do it a bit differently. I want to keep the introduction short and rather make a play-by-play commentary. So after every turn of mine, I will say something. After every turn of his, I will say something. So without further introduction, let's just begin, okay? Let's have a look at the opening hand here. I am debating currently if I should keep the Blood Tier Alchemist or not. If I trade that, I could get a better 2-drop, a more reliable 2-drop. However, I run the chance of not getting a 2-drop at all. So I thought, well, what's gonna happen? BTA isn't the best minion, but it's a body on the board, and what's the worst that can happen, right? So let's have a look what happens. Yeah, right. Alright. I don't need this anymore. I get punished if he has what's it called? Chakram. The 5 mana 5/5 reduce cost by 2 when you Okay, so that's actually the worst that could happen, right? I just explained if he has that one special card, but that's not very likely. I have a body on the board, and he has to do something to remove that body. And I got a lucky 3-drop. That this 3-drop is better than the last one, than the Wolf Raven, because it refills my hand. Also, I played the BTA. I'm not weak against Pyromancer because I have the Dispel in hand, and I have the Frostbone Naga, which can also kill the Pyromancer. So it's actually looking pretty good. I should be fine. Deep damage. This doesn't look like... Oh, this is just unbelievable. Okay, I guess he deserves the win. I mean, yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, indeed. So, the absolute worst case has occurred. He really did have that card that costs less when you receive damage. The only way, actually, in this game to play that card on turn 1 is if your enemy starts with some kind of damage opening. Because nobody will waste a Dispel, a Chromatic Cold or a Phoenix Fire on turn 1. The actual only way is to have a Blood Tier Alchemist. I did just that. He just happened to have this card in hand. And not only that, playing a 5/5 on turn 1 is bad enough. He also had 1 mana left over to play the Blood Tier Alchemist. So he did not only bring a huge body onto the board, he killed my minion, he negated my turn, and brought 2 bodies on board, okay? Let's count. A 5/5 body is worth 4 mana. Blood Tier Alchemist is 1 mana. So in total he played 5 mana. He has 5 mana on the board. I have 0 mana. I lost 1 card. He still has 2 cards. I think this pretty much fits the definition of being behind, right? And currently I'm thinking of, okay, what's the plan? What's the plan here? How do I get back? I am really far behind. I can't get ahead in terms of value anymore because yeah, he just has 5 mana advantage of me. That's nearly impossible to come back. So my plan is to just go for his face, end the game quickly before his overwhelming value defeats me. And luckily I have just the right hand for that. I have lots of out-of-hand damage and some things to refill my hand so I can play more, so I can do more damage. So let's see what I do. Yeah, this hurts a lot. I mean, taking 5 face damage, he can attack again. Taking I would be taking 10 damage, but I was thinking, well, if he attacks me, he would have to use his general to clear my Snow Rippler, giving me back 1 Battle Pad. That means with one more attack, I can clear the board, play a Battle Pad, maybe use the Dispel to kill his whatever play, right? It's a slim chance, but it's definitely possible. So let's see what kind of crazy cards he plays to stay ahead. Okay, he definitely deserves the win. If he picks Chakram and is lucky enough to face a BTA turn 1, okay, I have nothing to say about that. That's just his luck. No way around that. Amazing, amazing. Oh my god. This is amazing. Wait a second, did that just happen? So, he got even more value out of his heal. He could heal his big minion. So it got a free kill on my minion. It didn't even give me back my Battle Pad, right? Then he plays a minion that is traditionally very, very high value. I mean, it's 2 mana for 6/5 of stats. I don't think there is any other card that can beat this card in value. Mana for stats cost, right? This is just absolutely crazy how much value he got. But then he does something unbelievable, but understandable. I also always miss Warbird. He just moves in a way that I can destroy his board with a Warbird, and that's exactly what I'm planning on. So I want to use Warbird, definitely, and hopefully play a meaningful, useful 4-drop into this mana spot here to get back on the board. So let's see if I manage to do that. I guess I don't need 3 of those. He played right into Warbird, right? Oh. So much failure. Okay, the play here is obvious. I'm thinking if I kill this, there is a... If I come down here, play this, there is quite a high chance I can kill at least 1, right? He would be left with a 2/2 on the board instead of a 2/1. I think I'll kill this. So play this first. Expected results. Alright, that's a lucky break for me, right? I got really fortunate. He made this huge mistake. I got medium-sized fortunate. The spawn was in here. But you might accuse me of just being lucky, right? But that's actually the way to come back. When your opponent has such an explosive start and plays well, there is literally no chance of coming back. Coming back relies on your opponent making either a mistake that you can punish, or you yourself getting exorbitantly lucky that it overrides his luck. And in this case, it just happened that he made a mistake that I could easily punish. And yeah, that's the first step of coming back. Let's see what he has in answer to my play here. In near immediately, this is worse because he can control this, what to attack, where to attack, right? But in long term, value things, I think this is better. Wow. Okay. He attacks. Great. This is a good Frostbone Naga. Okay, Entropic Decay, right? He played 4 mana to counter my 4 mana play. The difference is he has 3 bodies on the board, so he is still quite ahead. I got lucky here again because I have the perfect answer. If I didn't have the Frostbone Naga, I would have needed to spend so many things to clear the board, to get into the game again, to get onto the board again. The Frostbone Naga actually is the second step. I followed up his mistake. How do you say that? I punished his mistake, and now I have a board clear to set a clean state again, to begin anew, to, you know, try to get ahead this time on my own. This is a great Frostbone Naga. I have to keep going face here. Too big. Oh, Sphinx. Huh. First time. Clear the board. Go some face. I mean, I'm at 8, but it's still scarier for him. Yeah, to be honest, I was pretty scared to that attack there. When I was 10 to attack again, it took some guts to make this attack. I was thinking, well, he already used Entropic Decay. There is still some time until Dominate Will, so this most likely will get 2 attacks in, so 6 damage, and that means we're actually equal in life, and I have more burst than he does, especially with everything I have in hand. I should try to get him as low as possible, and I can't afford to play around his burst, which is, like I mentioned, very, very low in Vitruvian, and that's why I made that attack. Because I have 5, 7, 9, 11 damage next turn, so if he keeps trading... Wow! Holy shit! Okay, he found a removal, which is great for him, bad for me. However, I think his mistake there was to, yeah, try to attack into me, thereby lowering his own life pool. Like I've just mentioned, my burst, my expected burst, is much higher, right? I have a really reliable burst. I have burst out of hand, and Saberspine Cat is a common pick amongst Fey players, and he might think, well, he will have lethal next turn or in 2 turns, but yeah, he might be thinking he's very safe doing this attack. Myself, in his situation, I would never have an attack there. So that's a small mistake. That's a very small mistake, but very finely tuned. He got lucky with the board clear, with the removal and playing a minion, but that was a small mistake. This is probably not gonna be of use. Whoops, better play this. Okay, I was debating if I should use my out of hand damage to clear his thing, but then I thought, well, he already used Entropic Decay, and if he uses that as a removal instead of, for example, Repulsor Beast, he probably doesn't have anything. He probably does not have Repulsor Beast. And that's why I played this to block the way. This also free kills that. And unless he has a Dominate Will, I should be fine with this play. So I play into Dominate Will, but that's the option I have. That's the only option not lose to Dominate Will, but not lose to just simple attack, you know, not lose to 1 damage. It's 4-7, okay. Oh, that's okay, that's great. I have Dispels. Let's count here, okay? If I Dispel, I don't have Warbird, right? Oh, he attacked? Big mistake, my friend. Yeah, I hope you saw that the attack here was a big mistake too, right? Because just count. 2, 8, 10 damage. I have 10 damage on board. I just need Dispel, Repulsor Beast, any kinds of transform. I don't know. There might be other things, but there are so many things that could kill him on this board. And with 5 cards in hand, he sees that I have 5 cards, right? It's very, very probable, very, very likely that I have an answer. If he didn't attack, he would survive by 2 if I have an answer for his provoke, right? He would still have died if he didn't attack, but that attack was just bad because he definitely dies with only a single instance of damage. If he didn't attack, I would have needed a second one, which is less likely. In this case, I do have, of course, he doesn't know, but, you know, playing around dying by 2 instances of damage is less likely than dying by 1 instance of damage. So, if I Dispel, this is 6, 8, 10 damage, yes. Well played. Whew. Okay, I rub it into his face by playing the second Chromatic Cold. It's just to tell him this card exists, expect that, right? And to show him it was not a top deck, it was, I had that all along, and yeah, he just lost because of his mistakes. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this game, but what did we learn from this game? First of all, coming back is really, really unlucky, right? Most of the time, it's either because you just don't have the right cards. Imagine I didn't have a 2 mana card, I would be already behind. Sometimes it's because, yeah, your opponent has the perfect answer, like he just did. He could make use of the 1 damage from the BTA, and he had a BTA of his own to kill my minion. That's so extremely lucky. But sometimes you get behind because you made a mistake, like when he lost 2 minions just because of his bad placement. He didn't get behind, but he lost a huge amount of his advantage, right? And then he kept on making mistakes, and that's how he lost his early game advantage. So whenever you get behind, first of all, don't panic. I know it's a bad feeling, I've been behind lots of times, but just keep in mind, play well, play attentive. Your opponent will slip up or will have a bad turn. That's the point, and it's important to recognize when that point is, that you can slip through and make your way to a comeback. So yeah, I hope you've learned something. I definitely enjoyed this game here, because yeah, coming back from a believed loss felt really, really good. Felt something like this. Oh man, oh man, that Chakram opening.